Amor Fati, an autobiographical novel set in a Greek mountain village. Episode 5, Not Waving, but Drowning. That was me. What happened? How did it come about? Was it really me? Was it a nightmare? Or an imposter pretending to be me? In retrospect, what I did or didn't say, what I did and didn't do, seem out of character. I can only assume it was a kind of temporary insanity that took hold of me. To the extent that I didn't know what I was doing, and my memory over those few weeks that followed is hazy, to say the least. Grief, stress, a brief psychotic disorder. I don't do these things. It was chilly last night, perhaps a sign that summer is ending and autumn is creeping in. Yes, there was also that cold night and day in Manchester. I'll always remember it. I'd pulled the blankets up to my chin. I woke up during the night in a cold sweat. It was that night after Maya had left for America. I've dreamed about being lost in the Sahara Desert, even though the setting seemed to be the North York Moors. I was trudging through the sand, moving further and further away from Maya and my mum. They were sitting outside a bungalow with their feet in a children's paddling pool. Strange. I shouted and waved, but they didn't hear me. Then I was stretching out my legs, throwing out my arms and sliding down a roof towards certain death. My feet hit the gutter, and I woke up. Why didn't I say, "Don't go," or "Shall I come too?" or "What about the future?" I don't know the answers to that. Some things are beyond words and logic. Perhaps I feared the answer. But there was more than that. While I was standing there listening to Maya enthusing about America, I was thinking, there is no love that does not end in betrayal. And about that, I will remain silent. In fact, there was a bungalow once with a wonky gutter at Scarborough. We rented it for a weekend. Had a little pool too. The first time my mum and Maya met. I liked Scarborough. Not its arcades and fish and chip shops, just its sandy beaches and Victorian charm. That first morning, after Maya had left for LA, after the desert dream, again it was chilly, a grey Manchester morning. The bedroom was cold. I turned off the heating. I don't know who I thought I was punishing. I'd already decided to reject the habit of getting up, dressing and going to work. Urkel Gurkel, I said to myself. But I couldn't relax. I was thinking that deep down I'd always felt I wasn't worthy of Maya. And as the days passed, the feeling intensified and began to bug me. I wasn't ambitious enough. I wasn't interesting or exciting enough for her. I was just a bog-standard teacher. Maya was ambitious. She'd moved up the ladder. I wondered what she'd ever seen in me. She must have seen something special, surely. I lay there tracing the dark silhouettes of the bedroom door and wardrobe, extruded and spectral against the grey walls. The hum of traffic as the commute began. Not for me, I thought. Never again, I said to the bedside lamp as I switched it on. I staggered downstairs, still half asleep. The sitting room was empty without her piles of books on table and floor, without scarves and earrings left on chairs and settee. I sat at the kitchen table, numb, absently stirring a mug of tea. My deceased father asked if my aim was to erase the pattern. But there was no pattern. It was a uniform grey. It reflected the day outside and the night within me. I felt the walls lean in and the ceiling pressed down. I listened, bored, to friends going on about how I'd misunderstood her, how she loved me. She'd soon be back. What a pity about the timing. How life goes on. Until they got the message and left me alone. I hardly left the house for weeks, avoided contact with friends, neighbours, colleagues, even the postman and milkman. I watched people as they went up and down the crescent, chirping and chattering, once in the morning and back in the afternoon. I imagined Maya wandering in and out, gossiping about colleagues, then dancing across the sitting room looking for her diary, glasses or keys, the usual things. Unaware of my presence, refusing to meet my look or answer my questions. I read and reread a poem Maya had pinned to her dresser. Not waving, but drowning. That was me.